Welcome to Rges Pre-Algebra. This is lesson 1.6, and we will be learning about Roman numerals. I've written this chart on the left-hand side. You do need to memorize these symbols if you don't already know them. So you cannot do anything until you've memorized the capital letters on the left-hand side and their value on the right-hand side. So once you've learned that, go ahead and pause that, learn that, drill it back and forth a little bit if you do not know it already. The only thing I would say after that is one more symbol. If let's say this V is a 5, right? And if I put a line over the 5, that represents 1,000. So it'd be 5,000. The D has a value of 500. If I put a line over it, it now has a value of 500,000. Okay, so let's talk about how Roman numerals work. I think the easiest way to illustrate it is to just go ahead and do some counting. 1, 2, 3. When I get to 4, I cannot repeat more than 3 symbols. So now I need to think of one less than 5. Put the 1 before the 5 and it represents subtraction. So this is the symbol for 4. And the symbol for 5 is simply the V. 6, 7, 8. When I get to the 9, I again can't put 4 ones there, so I need to think in terms of subtraction, 1 less than 10. So that's your 9. And then 1 less because notice I have 1 less here than 5 is 4. 1 greater than 5 is 6. So the order matters, whether or not you have the smallest symbol before or after the 5. Okay, so we're at 9. What would 10 be? It's just a symbol by itself. Let's go a little bit further. 11, 12, 13. Be careful when you get to 14. You have 10, and then a 4. How do I write a 4? 1 less than 5. So that's 14. 15 would be a 10 and a 5. Whoops. On the next row. 15 plus 1 more, 16, 17, 18. Be careful when I get to a 9. Are you noticing 4s and 9s are the tricks? Okay, so what do I have? 19, I have 10, and another 10, but 1 less than that. So to get a 9, I have 1 less than a 10. So altogether, that represents 19. And then 20 would be there. So I think you're getting the idea. Let's say I have a large number. Let's say I want to interpret this number. Well, it's very helpful to learn to group. First off, what are the symbols I see that are in the thousands place? There they are. In the hundreds place, in the tens place, and in the ones place. So this would be 3,226. Let's do another one. I'm picking a trickier one here. Now, in the hundreds place, notice I have a 100 and a 500. So that's going to represent my subtraction, because 100 is less than 500. So this really becomes a 400. In the tens place, I have a 50 and 10 more. So that's addition, right? So I've got 60. And in the ones place, I have another subtraction. I recognize it because the symbol 1 is less than the symbol for 10. So when you have that symbol coming less than there, you need to subtract. So this would be 469. It does tend to take some students' practice to get used to Roman numerals if you haven't done this already. So go ahead and do your problems, check your answers, and if they don't become clear to you on your own, bring any questions to class.